Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful day today. Might be a little nippy this week, but I'm going to talk to one of my very favorite people and also what I think is probably the hottest restaurant in Denver, no matter what the weather, that I happened to go to all last year. And it's still holding its own, even though it's only February. Art, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you,
Okay.
Gabby?
Fine. Art, tell everybody your last name because I can never pronounce it.
It's Burnayev.
And sure, he said it perfectly. And you are the executive chef at Somebody People.
Correct.
And probably the most unique spot in town, all vegan. But first of all, I want to hear this isn't only about that. This is about you because, well, sort of in love, even though I'm about 100 years too old for you. However, tell me about Art, how you got to Denver, what happened, how you started.
Well, I got to Denver in January 2020. The owners, Trish and Sam, I used to work with Trish before in New York, and we just kind of stayed in touch here and there. And they every time they would come from here to New York, they would just stop by at the restaurant. And in 2019, they came to New York to visit, and of course went to my restaurant, and they just said we're opening the restaurant here in Denver. I was like, okay, we got the numbers, and you know, just like texting each other
So
every once in a while.
you were in the restaurant business. You were a chef in New York.
I was in New York, yeah. I was a sous chef in New York
You
called
could
Dick's.
sort of mention who you cooked with because that's pretty much fun for people. Everybody knows Danny Meyer, so
Well, now it's a chef Hillary Sterling. She now works for Danny Meyer in New York at the place called Chisiamo. But before that, we worked together at the restaurant called Vic's. And yeah, I spent there almost 5 years. And 2019 just decided it might be a time to go. And luckily, Trish and Sam opened the restaurant here, and we just decided over the FaceTime or Zoom call, just like, okay, let's do it. So
so
that's how I ended up in Denver.
you were not necessarily a chef that was doing totally vegan in New York.
No, no, it was the Italian restaurant. We had pizza, pastas, but the whole group, it was a restaurant group, 4 restaurants, different cuisines, but we were all about the farmers. It was like their philosophy, mentality, local farmers, local produce, seasons. So I really like that. That's why I stayed there for a very long time. And it's different in New York. And we were in that area where you could go to the green market, like Union Square Green Market in New York, where you could go and just pick up some vegetables, whatever you want, just take a quick cab to the restaurant and just do what you have, whatever is available. So I really like that. That was probably my favorite part. It was like a schedule. Like I go to the market on Monday, Healer would go on Friday or Saturday, and that's how we were doing during the summer season and spring season.
Okay, now how does that work in your vegan restaurant? Somebody people here.
It works a little different. There is no market to go to because all the farms here, I've never been to the green market here. I've been a couple times to the Pearl Street Market when it's season, when it's open, but we work directly with the farmers.
Oh,
We
good.
have multiple farms that we work with, and they just send their availability list. We order, and they just come to Denver twice a week, 3 times, whatever their schedule is, and that's how we do. It's a little harder during
Oh,
winter,
well, oh, sure.
so yeah.
But it hasn't suffered, I must say. And all the vegetables I probably would never eat, I found that I loved if you make them. So, but I mean, I don't know how you do it, frankly. Where do you get the ideas, the recipes? What do you do to make a turnip good? Because I don't think a turnip's good. And yours are fabulous.
Thank you. Well, I would say I didn't have like the plan or idea what to do here, and I would say the pandemic like really changed how I and we at the restaurant look at things. So like when it started, I talked to some of the local purveyors like Fresh Guys and other companies, and they said like restaurants closing and we have pallets and pallets of vegetables in the warehouse. And I was just said, okay, just bring them here. It was like, what are you gonna do with the 12 flats of strawberries? It's like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. With the 10 cases of eggplant, I'm like, I don't know, I'll do something. So we were just stayed in touch, and I was just getting whatever they have because we were in a bad spot, not being able to buy what we have, but what we want. They were struggling because the restaurants are closing and you have to move the product, to stay alive.
Right.
So just like, I'll do it, I'll take it, whatever you have. So for quite a while, the menu and everything was just based on what's literally was going to go to the dumpster. It was like, so that's what menu was based on. Like it was March, so the produce was very wintry. So it was potatoes, cauliflower, eggplant. For some reason, I remember it was the eggplant. There was a lot of them. There was marinated eggplant. There was roasted eggplant. There was eggplant sandwich.
I've never seen eggplant on your menu.
During summer, it will be definitely an eggplant.
I happen to love eggplant.
I love eggplant. Like them all. So I think that's how it started. So I'm very limited on the produce, very limited on people. I'm just gonna work with what I have. And luckily enough, there was great people in the kitchen. So we all wanted to eat good while we are there, plus give good food to people. So we were in this kind of surviving mode, but still let's have fun and let's make good food. I think that it was
yeah, I mean the place is full every night. I mean somebody knows now about somebody people because I have never been there even in the worst of weather when it's not busy. God bless you, and you deserve it. I mean, you don't use preservatives.
No.
Okay, and you don't use tofu. And then you make this stuff that looks like it's got whipped cream or cheese this or whatever. And I know that none of that's there. You know, I mean, we just look at each other and say, how did it get to look like this? And then taste so good.
It's just all whole foods. We use not a lot, like mostly it's vegetables, as you know, but for the creamy texture things, there is cashew somewhere, there are almonds, and if you mix them with the vinegar and the right amount of sunflower oil, you get this creamy texture.
Oh, good. So I should go mess up my kitchen and see if I can mix this.
You should try. I can give you the recipe. It's not a secret.
Work. Oh yeah, it won't work, but okay. But you do have pastas and breads, and you make all that there too.
Yeah, we do all the pastas.
How do you have time? You always have that divine bread, and then you even do a special bread for somebody who's gluten-free.
Yes.
I think it's amazing.
It is amazing. back in the days, we used to work with bakeries, just getting the sourdough. But when we stopped doing brunch and lunch and sandwiches and only focused on dinner, we just stopped doing it. Like we have a great baker, pastry chef, Alicia, and was lucky enough to get her over a year ago, and she's still there and always full of ideas, always striving to be consistent, and you know, she
So
likes it. Yeah.
I'm sure the kitchen, they don't, I mean, I can't imagine Sam and Trish bothering you. You're your own unit and you create, right?
No, they only help.
Right.
They don't bother. Yeah.
And then on Sunday nights, you always have a 5-course dinner.
Yes.
And tell us about that.
About that, they started this idea to use all the produce that is left after the week to do something different that cooks and chefs really want to do, but can't do it for the regular menu. Something fun. It doesn't have to be like we were trying to be Mediterranean, Italian Mediterranean. So there were weeks when we would do like Mexican food.
Oh, fun.
Like, yeah. And it just the day when we, you know, trying to leftovers because again, like ordering from farms, they sometimes they don't bring to Denver less than, let's say, 80 pounds of squash. But I cannot use that much. So, all right, we have squash for this week. Let's do something with the squash. Any ideas? And it's very collective decision. It's we all work in this together. There is no it was like you're responsible for this course, you're responsible for that course. There's no thing like that.
Right.
We're just like, all right, this is going to be the first, second, this is a soup, this is a vegetable. All right, we got a little bit of this amount for pasta. What pasta we're making? Let's do this. All right. And we basically, it's not set until Friday or Saturday because we're trying to focus on the regular menu as well. So now we're better at it. We plan ahead more. But that's still the idea, just to get rid of leftovers and do something that's doable for one night for 150 people that are going to come in, and sometimes not possible to keep it consistent throughout the week.
Right. Well,
because it's on the regular menu throughout the week, we have 13, 14 items.
well, the most fun for me now that I've become addicted, and I guess I'm sort of the one who like everybody says, well, will you go there? I say, oh, of course. But when I say you have to order the cabbage, and they say, huh? And I said, the first time they did it to me, I said, oh, get the cabbage. I ain't gonna eat it. It's best. I did. I mean, I had no idea that I make cauliflower at home. It's not bad. It's not good. Yours is outrageous. I told you I didn't like beets till I ate yours.
Yeah.
It tastes like dirt. Yours don't
Yeah.
taste like dirt. And you make parsnips into some sort of a sauce for it, then God knows how you do that. But no matter what silly thing you look at, you can't explain to somebody it's not going to taste anything like you expect it to. I mean, a cabbage is a cabbage, but not at somebody people, not when Art makes it in his game. Even desserts. I mean, ice cream. I've had vegan ice cream in ice cream stores, and it's terrible. Yours doesn't taste like that. Of course, I think it's a little rich to mine.
Thank you.
Good for you. So you just all just say, let's do something till it works.
Basically, yeah. And the prep space and kitchen space very limited. cooking space. So, sorry.
Oh, hi, Clyde. Oh, Clyde, turn around to show everybody what a cute boxer you are.
Look at this.
Do you eat vegan food, baby? Oh,
He loves carrots.
oh,
He
good
eats
for
a lot
him.
of carrots. Yeah. Uh, what I was saying, the
Well,
kitchen
just
space and cooking space is limited. So most of the times there is no time or space to try it over and over again. So it was like, we're doing it now, and it cannot be bad. Like we don't have a second chance basically if it's going on in the summer. So, and people pay attention, everyone pays attention. Like if we overcook something, we burn something. It's like we cannot we cannot we might as well cancel Sunday supper. So, and it's this mentality just carries over throughout the week.
good
It's
for
like
you.
if we, yeah, it's there is rarely anything that is, it's like this is not good, like completely ruined. There's like touch ups here and there, but we can fix. And but most of the times, I would say everything just comes out the way we want it.
Well, it certainly
And
does.
also,
Maybe I could get a job there and learn all this.
maybe, and also like uh, we're not committed to have the menu that is covered in plastic
True.
and has to be there every day. If something is not good, all right, we just take it off the menu. We have plenty of food to feed people, and there are options. So we just take it off the menu.
Well,
And the same thing with the additions to the menu. Like I told you, if you'll come in on Tuesday, there will be a soup. It's like we'll make something happen, and we'll put it on the menu. It doesn't matter which day it is, but if we have something good, we're gonna put it in the menu. If something's not working out the way we want it to work out, just not gonna put it in the menu.
good for you. And I mean, it's a great group of people who lets you do this and gives you the freedom, but for you all to really
Absolutely.
care that much. I mean, Somebody People is a vegan restaurant that it's it says vegan. It doesn't taste like what you think vegan is going to be, and it's just the most creative, fabulous food that you could have. I mean, I saw Hillary after I met you. It was at Somebody
Yeah.
People, and Hillary in New York at Chisiamo was beyond thrilled because she says he's great. I said, I agree. And she's great too, but she's not vegan there. But what a fabulous thing. But you're open every night except Monday.
We are. We
Except
open every night
Valentine's.
except Monday,
At
except
Valentine's.
Valentine's. Yes, there's gonna be a special dinner on Valentine's Day.
It's a fixed price dinner that night, set menu.
Yes, it's $55 per person, set menu. It's almost complete. We're almost there,
Good
but it's
for
gonna be
you.
great. Everyone is excited.
Will you be my Valentine?
I'll be working, but yes.
Maybe I can just stand back there or I can play with Clyde. But you are awesome. Somebody People is at 1165 South Broadway. My suggestion is don't go without a reservation.
Yeah, that very helps. It helps us. It helps us
It's
to
not
expect
big.
to know how many people gonna be there, just for us to make sure we're doing everything right. And it really helps us and restaurants in general.
Well, but the place isn't very big.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's fun, it's fabulous, service is great, food is wonderful, the wine and beer and drink list is fabulous with lots of choices, non-alcoholic for those who don't drink. I'm not in that category, but it works. And it's just a perfect place. But have a reservation if you're going.
And cabbage. Have a reservation to get a
Cabbage. Well, right now it's cabbage, cauliflower. No, everybody, no matter what their taste, thinks the mushrooms and polenta are the best. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've been. But somebody always wants that, and they all say, "Oh my God!" And then you get to the pastas and the other appetizers, and it's just fabulous. So it's just the place to be and feel good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, the pasta is another thing that we all enjoy, and people who are coming here, people who work in the kitchen now, they all wanted to work there. Like,
well, that helps.
Luckily, sometimes I do have to look for people, and sometimes it's very hard to find. But the main crew that we have now, they wanted to work there, and every single person, the difference between who they were when they started between now, it's incredible. Like
Good
everyone is young.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
old, but
No.
everyone is young, and
Yes.
it's a very great environment.
Well,
like someone loves, yeah.
Do you, if somebody's looking for a job, would you talk to them?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. If
I'm
somebody's
trying. I'm
listening,
doing my best. Yeah.
no, all I can tell you is, for anybody listening, I did age. I made the age limit go up quite a bit. However, young or old, the place is marvelous. And just call if you want. Otherwise, I guess you can go stand in line somehow or other. But Art, you are the most divine chef, the most creative, and God bless you and Sam and Tricia for doing this and for having a restaurant like so many people. So, but before we go, I just want to tell everybody to please like and subscribe to the Gabb on YouTube. Go to Gabby Gourmet, go to the Gabb. You will find all of our things and you can hear this and more. And this will be up on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And I'll just listen to it so I can see Clyde and dream about the next visit, which is, of course, going to be very soon, to see you and so many people. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Gabby. It's always lovely talking to you.
Love it. All right. Have a great day, and to everybody else as well. Stay well. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.